Ray, thank you. Pittsburgh has decided who will run for mayor this fall.
Democrat Corey O'Connor won yesterday's primary election, unseating incumbent Mayor Ed Gainey, and O'Connor didn't waste any time showing his appreciation to Pittsburgh voters.
Thank you. Thanks.
It's our simple way of saying thank you. And, this wouldn't happen without the people and the voters of Pittsburgh. And that's why, we do this each and every time.
Just hours after winning, O'Connor hit the streets to thank voters, keeping a family tradition alive, holding a sign at the intersection of Forward and Murray and Squirrel Hill, just as his father, Bob O'Connor, did 20 years earlier. Even in the rain, Corey O'Connor is calling yesterday's vote a mandate for change. And in his first day as the Democratic nominee, O'Connor outlined his vision for the city's future, talking with KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan.
I said I'd celebrate with my seniors and Sheridan. This is the best spot.
Only hours after his victory, O'Connor was up and about, working the lunchtime crowd at the Sheridan Senior Center, saying he will be a mayor for all. Progressive, conservative, and everyone in between.
Look at my record. It's open-minded to everybody, and I think that's the kind of Pittsburgh we have to build.
In O'Connor's view, Pittsburgh has been stuck in neutral, suffering from a lack of self-confidence, not generating new jobs and opportunities, and having never regained its momentum after the pandemic. Is it your intention to move it forward?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we campaigned on. We campaigned on opportunity and growth for everybody in Pittsburgh. And I even said it last night is, we have to build a city where we're believing in ourselves again.
To that end, he will be trumpeting a pro-growth agenda, something he says that's been absent in the current administration, but needed to pay the bills. While he wants development to be both responsible and beneficial to the neighborhoods, he said Pittsburgh needs to be actively seeking those wanting to build and do business here.
So we can have affordable housing all over Pittsburgh, and we need it. But we also need companies. We need jobs. We need small businesses to expand. We need larger businesses to also expand. We also have to start putting ourselves on a national stage. Why are we not attracting more companies to come to Pittsburgh?
If, as expected, he's elected in the general election, O'Connor's going to need the extra tax revenue new businesses would bring. He would likely take office inheriting a major fiscal crisis. No more COVID relief, dropping downtown real estate values, and aging city vehicles and bridges. Mayor Gainey and his progressive backers tried to paint O'Connor as beholden to corporate and MAGA Republican donors, generating national interest in this race about the split in the Democratic Party between progressives and centrists. But O'Connor says it was a referendum on Gainey's performance in office and the need for change.
This is not a national race. This is about Pittsburgh and Pittsburghers, and that's why we were successful yesterday.
O'Connor wants to unify the Democratic Party, but his victory is a blow to the progressive wing, which has dominated politics for the past several years. What's it all mean going forward? I'll have that part of the story coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting in Sheridan, Andy Sheehan, KDKA-TV News.
On the Republican side, retired city police officer Tony Moreno easily won the Republican nomination over business owner Thomas West. But Moreno has an uphill climb. Pittsburgh hasn't elected a Republican as mayor since 1933. Last night, Moreno had a message for O'Connor.
Congratulations to him for ridding us of Ed Gainey. Congratulations to Ed Gainey for being a historic mayor. But it's time to move on from that part of our history and go forward into really bringing back accountability and transparency in the city of Pittsburgh.
There were about 4,100 votes cast in this Republican mayoral primary, the highest for Republicans since the last contested primary in 2001.